Hello, everyone. Welcome to class. I am Miss Stella. I am your English language teacher. Now, learning English language, there are different aspects. Okay, we have comprehension, we have composition, there's grammar, vocabulary, and then there's the oral form. The one that has to do with spoken English. Today, we're going to be dealing specifically with the with spoken English, okay? And we're going to be learning about the 44 phonemes, the 44 sounds, all right? Now take a look at this. When you open a dictionary, when you check a word in the dictionary, okay? When you check the meaning of a word in the dictionary, now this right here shows cake. Now, if you take a look at this part, you have what we call IPA. IPA means International Phonetic Alphabet. So you have K, A, K, K, A, K, meaning this is the way the word cake should be pronounced. This is how the word should be pronounced. Now, these symbols are what we want to learn today, okay? Not the written form. We're looking at how to pronounce words, how these words are pronounced, how these sounds come together to form these words. Now, for this class, you're going to be needing your auditory skills. It means you're going to be needing your ears. We're listening to the sounds, not how they're spelled. Okay, sometimes students get confused as to how these words are transcribed. Now you see a word. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Now can you see the word? You have queen, Queen. Meanwhile, this is how it is transcribed. This is how it is, in terms of the transcription, this is how it is transcribed. So you have in, queen. Okay, so when you understand these sounds, it should be very easy for you to navigate through oral forms in terms of your external examinations. Now here, we have the 44 sounds. Okay, let's go right into it. We have the 44 sounds. We have the consonants, first of all. And how many consonants do we have? We have 24 consonants. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 24 consonants. And then for the vowels, we have 20 vowels. There's a lot, yeah. Meanwhile, in our alphabets, the 26 alphabets, we'll have 5 vowels and then we'll have 21 consonants. But in terms of sounds, okay, we have 24 consonants and then 20 vowels. There's a whole lot, okay. With time, we're going to go through all of them, but let's take a few of them. We'll take just 3 consonants and then 3 vowels. So the first 3 we have here. Now take note, these are called sounds. Even though, you have the letter B in here, this is a sound. This is not a letter. Okay, as long as you have the slant brackets in front of it, you have this is a sound. Now the grapheme here talks about the way it is written. That's the written form of it. So this sound here, number 1, shows B. So it's pronounced as B, B. Okay, then for the written form, it means when you want to look at words, written words, it's going to be this sound is going to be represented by these letters. These are the letters that are going to represent these sounds. All right, so we have the first one, B, B sound, and then for the written form, you have letters B, B in words like bug, bubble. Then we'll have D, number 2, D. The written form, we have D, double D. Sorry, that's supposed to be ED, not CD. Okay, then we'll have dad, add, milled. Okay, number 3, we'll have okay, written form, we have letters F, FF, PH, GH, LF, and FT. Now for the word examples, we have fat, we have cliff, phone, enough, half, often. Now FT here, as you can see, is for often. Okay, the T here is silent, so it is pronounced as often, not often. All right, so that's why you have, when you see in most words you have FT, the T is silent, so it is regarded as sound. Okay, you have all the way to 24 sounds. With time, during our classes, we're going to go through all of these sounds. Now let's check 3 vowel sounds as well. The first one, we have I sound. Sorry, the first one we have E. That's number 1. E, number 1, E sound. Now when you see a vowel sound and you have a colon in front of it, colon, just know that it is a long sound. Meanwhile, take note, for the vowels, vowels are divided into monophthongs and diphthongs. So from number 1 to number 12 are regarded as monophthongs because they have just one sound. Now from number 13 to number 20 are diphthongs. I'll write that out, diphthongs, because they have two. Basically what you need to remember is that diphthongs basically means two in one. You have two in one, sound. So you have and together, giving you a sound, okay? Diphthongs and monophthongs. We'll get into that later. But just the first three, we have E. Now, in terms of the written form, some words you have EE, some words EA, EIE, EI, and then EY. So you have examples: see, she, believe, that's IE, ceiling, EI, and then key, EY. Then we have I. Now number 2 is the shorter version of number 1. Okay, number 2 is the shorter version of number 1. So you have I. So for example, the written form, you have letters I and letters Y. That's why you have sit down. Then we'll have busy. I'm very busy. Number 3, we'll have eh. For the written form, we'll have EA. For example, bed, head. Now, even though the word head is spelled with EA in the middle, you still have the sound. In some cases, you have words that have EA in the middle. Meanwhile, it is pronounced as E. Some words are like that. Okay, now let's look at these test questions. For example, number one, you have the first sound k. Now, this is an example of a past question. Right, now, these are examples rather. So number 1, you have k. Okay, the options here, we have deficit, exalt. Then we have plug, we have suspect, then we have vague. So which one do you think has the k sound? Remember, we're dealing with your hearing, okay? Your ears, not what you can see, okay? K. All right, pronounce all of the words and check which one do you think has the k sound. Correct. The answer is D, suspect. Now let's see. If we want to transcribe this, just give me a moment. Okay. All right, let me use the dictionary quickly so we'll have the transcription. Suspect. Okay, can you see the transcription? The IPA transcription will have suspect. So can you see it? Suspect. So this is where the k sound is. K, suspect. Can you see that? Suspect. All right, number 2, we have E. League, learn, left, lift, mile. Some students might be confused because you have letter I here and you have letter I here. Take note, we're dealing with sounds, okay? Spoken English, hearing, and not what is written down, okay? So here we have E. When you close your eyes, you listen. E, league. That's the correct option, league, okay? All right, let's try the number 5. All right, we also have E sound. We'll have W. Now let's look at this one. W sound, W. Now the options here will have foul, once, stow, town, vowel. Can you look at the options? Check the options. Which one do you think has the W sound? Correct. Once. Even though these words have letters W in them, they don't have the W sound. Foul. When we learn the vowel sounds, there's a diphthong in here. Owl. And then we'll have thriphthong here. And then we'll have O, a diphthong. Owl, a diphthong. Owl. Thriphthong is also here. But meanwhile, the one that has the W sound is this one, once. Okay, so this goes to tell you that as far as spoken English is concerned or oral English is concerned, we're dealing with what you hear and not what you see in terms of the spelling, okay? Now, if you have any question, feel free to ask. All right, I'm here for you. I'm here because we need to learn together. All right, there's no judgment. Now, if you have any question, you can ask. If there's none, I'll see you in our next class. Bye for now.